His name is Anatoliy Shukin. He is 85 years old. And already at this moment, most people mentally put an end to it. But the problem is that Anatoli is not going to put this point. He goes out to the sports field calmly, without fuss, without the desire to look impressive. He doesn't play the role of a strong old man. He's just doing what he's been doing most of his life, moving. And literally after a couple of minutes, it becomes clear. This person does not live despite his age. He lives outside of it. When Anatoli says he feels like he's 18 or 20, it doesn't sound like an attempt to make an impression. He's talking about feelings, about how the body listens, how it responds to the load, how quickly he recovers. For him, age is not a number, but a background that is not crucial. In his youth, he played volleyball for 5 to 6 hours a day, not for the sake of form and not for the sake of records, just because movement was a part of life. Back then, no one was talking about biohacking, regimes, and recovery. There was a body, there was a load, and there was a feeling that you were alive. There is no volleyball in his life today, but the movement remained. It just changed. He became calmer, more attentive. Anatoli spends hours not on training in the usual sense, but on recovery. And this word sounds especially strong when it is pronounced by a person at 85 years old. He's not in a hurry. He knows that the body resists at first. After a break, the muscles ache so much that it seems like nothing will work. And he is not afraid of this condition. He sees it as a stage. It's like talking to an organism that just hasn't heard a load in a long time. Anatoli says it's hard at first, then it got even harder. And then the moment comes when the pain goes away and the body begins to regain what it has lost. The power, stability, coordination, and with them, self-confidence. He knows the value of gradualism. It gives the body time, several days, week, 10 days. He doesn't break himself. He's getting himself back. And during this time, the body remembers what it was like not yesterday, but years ago. He tries to move every day as much as possible, not because it's necessary, but because long pauses make it harder to return. This is not a theory. This is the experience of a man who has stopped many times and started anew many times. Anatoli calmly says that he does not know pharmacies and almost does not consult doctors, not out of stubbornness or denial of medicine, but because it's not necessary. He doesn't complain about his health, and it sounds especially weighty coming from a man of his age. He is confident that the body is able to cope on its own if it is not interfered with. For him, immunity is not a pill, but an ability. An ability that a person either maintains every day or gradually loses. Anatoli spends most of his time in the country. It works with the earth. He grows vegetables, fruits, and berries. She digs, carries, and harvests, and he considers it a part of health because movement outside the sports field is just as important to him as the exercises themselves. He doesn't follow strict diets, doesn't count calories. He eats simply, without fanaticism. Because nutrition for him is life support, not a system of restrictions. He honestly admits that he joined the movement because of health problems. There was a moment when the body made it clear that it couldn't go on like this. And then Anatoli made a choice to start moving. But over time, the reason has changed. Now he does it not out of fear, but out of pleasure. He says he may not study for 6 months, and then he comes back. And each time, the body resists first and then gives up. And each time it gives him back more than he expected. There is no secret in this story. There is no magic technique. There is only one thing. He did not agree to write himself off. I did not accept the idea that at a certain age you need to take care and sit down. Anatoliy Shukin does not talk about youth as a goal. He doesn't think about her at all. He lives in such a way that the body does not interfere with life, so that you can move freely, so that you are not afraid to bend over, stumble, or lose your balance. And the most powerful thing in this story is the lack of guidance. He doesn't teach anyone. It doesn't convince anyone, he just exists in the frame. And it turns out to be enough to destroy dozens of stereotypes about age. You look at him and realize that old age is not the numbers on your passport. This is the moment when a person stops returning to movement. Anatoliy Shukin returns at the age of 85. And it doesn't seem like it's going to stop. Now let's just be quiet. Without words, without explanations or conclusions, just look at Anatoliy Shukin. The way he moves, how it holds the body, how calm and confident he feels in his 80s.